My speaking is all-time low. I've been trying every possible thing, but speaking is not improving. Always stuck in 62, 63. Do you have some magic techniques that can help me improve my speaking scores just like this? Well, if you're wondering with all these things, then trust me, this video is for you, wherein I will be helping you understand 10 magic tricks to get that speaking 90 immediately, no matter whatever the scores you're stuck at. All you got to do is make sure you watch this video till the end. Hey everybody, Nakul from SKILLS PTE ACADEMIC. Really hope everybody is doing fantastic. I'm back with yet another super awesome power-packed video on this 10 magic tricks to get that speaking 90 out of 90. Whatever your scores are today, let's say you're stuck at 62, 63, 75, whatever it is. You watch this video, just implement the same in the exam. I assure you, I can write on a bond paper. You have to get that 90. So before we get into the video, if not subscribed to this channel, kindly click on the subscribe button, and anytime you need online assistance, it's a paid assistance, you can check the description of this video. We have given a WhatsApp link. You can click on the link, text us. I'll be there, we will be there to help you guide in the right direction. Alright, without further delay, let's straight away get into the video. Let me just share my screen. 10 magic tricks, PTE speaking 90 out of 90. Let's straight away start with trick number 1. But before we begin, let me also talk about why people actually get that 62, 63. You'll be making a lot of mistakes. So today I'll talk about each and every mistake and give you a foolproof solution through 10 magic tricks. You will definitely belong to one of the mistakes that I talk about today. So make sure you watch till the end. Every trick that I talk about is equally important. Alright, the magic trick number 1, try changing your voice to a thinner tone. So I don't suggest this to everybody, but let's say you've been practicing a lot, you've been following everything that I talk about in my videos, and still your scores are stuck. One of the possible ways you can increase your scores just like this is by changing the tone. See, my pitch is by default 150, 145 to 150 hertz, which is ideal, meaning that clarity wise, there won't be any problem for anybody, even for the software to understand. But let's say your pitch is quite thick. Let's say you are that testosterone level is so high that hello everybody, it's something like this. Especially these problems will be with guys. Ladies usually will not, but there are some ladies who have asked to thin the tone as well. So download the pitch apps like Voice Pitch Analyzer or Voice Tools, any of these apps in Android or iPhone. I think Voice Tools you would find for both. Voice Pitch Analyzer you would find for Android alone. These two apps, any of this you download and just click record and speak. A graph will be shown. You will know what your pitch is. If it's 100, 80, 120, then that's where the real problem is. When your pitch is low, 120, 90, 100 for a guy. For a girl, if it is 150, 160, then whatever you speak, the clarity will be missing. An ideal female range is above 200. An ideal male range is above 135 to 140. If you are below this, then you need to thin it. Thin meaning sharp it. What if I speak like this? What if I speak like this? A little thin. This will take some time for some people. Some people get like this. Some people probably it will take 2-3 days or a week, depending on how conscious you are about your voice. So I'll just give you a small demonstration. I have my phone here. I'll open the pitch app and I'll show you how I speak this. Let me just open the pitch app. I have the pitch app ready. This is the Voice Pitch Analyzer application. So there is a record button. I'm going to click this record button and I'll show you what my normal pitch looks like. So I'm just clicking the record button and I'm speaking. Denmark, a Nordic country situated in northern Europe, is renowned for its rich cultural heritage, stunning landscape and progressive. So if you see it properly, it's around 160 to 140. In that range, the pitch is ranging. Around 150, 160. So now the point is, if your pitch is not in this range, let's say you are a girl, and for a girl it should be above 200. If it is 150, or for a guy it should be above 140 or 135. If it's 80, 90, need to thin it. Now I'm going to thin the tone and show you how my pitch goes to 180 or 200. Denmark, a Nordic country situated in northern Europe, is renowned for its rich cultural heritage, stunning landscapes and progressive. Stunning landscape and progressive. and progressive and progressive and progressive. Hope you are seeing the difference. One is up, one is down. I don't want you to touch 240 and all. My voice is already at 150, so if I thin it, obviously it will go to 100. Not required. 150 if it is perfect. If it's 120, 110. Little thin it and see, it's like a trial and error method. Thin it completely, it becomes 220, then reduce it. I want 150, 160 an ideal, 180 is also fine. If you are a girl, then if it is 150, 160, speak in a much thinner tone. People try doing it, it will not work for everybody because changing the tone is not that of an easy task. So some people decide to shout. When you shout also, Denmark and Nordic, and if you shout also, the pitch will go up. Doesn't mean that you get the scores. When you speak so loud, none of the words will be able to understand by the software. So avoid speaking so loud. Normal tone, but sharpen it. Sharp tones, or 100% sure that you get your scores. You would have heard people saying, I did speaking really bad, I'm speaking 90. At the same time, there are so many students you would have heard them saying, my speaking, I think on case today did the opposite. I think I did speaking really well. And they see a score of 55 overall. This could be one of the factors, so work towards it. Good result will definitely yield. Alright, magic trick. Overnight, immediately the scores will improve. Let's quickly move on to the trick number 2. Some give the intonation by default. So I'll again show you with a pitch app. It's very convenient. Use this. By the way, this pitch people have not sponsored this video. It's a free app, by the way. What is this intonation? Well, it's going like this. You don't do it intentionally, but some people's voice is like that. Even while speaking naturally, they intonate. So now I'll intonate and speak the same audio, and then I'll change it to an angry tone. What is this angry tone? I'll show you that as well. Just see the difference in the pitch. Alright, so I'm just starting with a slight intonation. Beyond the capital, Denmark offers diverse experiences from the sandy beaches of Skagen to the lush countryside of Zealand and the heightened cliffs of Bornholm. I think you can see a little up and down. Some people by default do this. It's not their problem. Trust me on this, because they don't even know, because by default, naturally, they speak a little with intonation, especially a lot of ladies have this problem from experience. How do you fix this? Very simple. Speak as if you're very angry. Very angry. Become that wife who is very angry with husband. Husband will be shivering. The wife will be very angry. Beyond the capital, Denmark, I'm going to eat you so bad today. Don't test my patience, Denmark offers. So let me speak like that and see how the pitch goes in a perfect straight line. Beyond the capital, Denmark offers diverse experiences from the sandy beaches. It's a perfect straight line. May not be perfect, little is fine. If I speak naturally, then the pitch will be straight line only for me. This is for those, by default your voice has some little intonations. Then you can resort to this technique of speaking a little in a angry tone, automatically problem solved. Don't have to do anything, don't have to change your templates. Don't have to pay someone the money for the template. Apply this, because these are the real problems that no one talks about. Alright, quickly move on to magic trick number 3. You're going on a highway, the car is brand new. Going at 60 kilometers, because new car, right? You're not trying to go at 100, 120. You don't want to risk it. You're going at 60. Maintain the 60. There are no speed breakers. There are no vehicles, no traffic, nothing around. Go in a cruise control mode. Just sit back, relax, and just drive. Same here. Maintain the rhythm. This is what the fluency is. But some of the content will pose you threat. These words are so difficult, as a result I'm not able to go fluently. Skip them, man. Don't worry too much about the content. We have another magic trick. I'm going to help you understand how to fix these things, difficult content. But the point is, content is not a priority. Read aloud contributes marks to my speaking and reading both. So if I skip few of the words, will that lead to problems in my reading module? 100% no, it will not create any problem. We have tested this. For a very long time we've been testing this, so you don't really have to worry about it. So if you miss a word, it's fine. Take a chill pill. If you misinterpret a word, the word is ask and you said some other word. Will that be a problem? It's okay, take a chill pill. Do not come back and correct it. Remember this, if you miss a word, if you misinterpret a word, do not come back and correct it. Let the car just go. No apply brake. Brake you'll apply only when you see a full stop or a comma. So these are the difficult words. Let's say all these words pose some problems to you. So I'm going to just speak by not worrying much about them. Denmark, a country situated in the northern Europe, is for its rich cultural, stunning landscapes and progressive social policies. With a population of around 5.8 million people, Denmark a high standard of living, ranking among the top countries in various quality of life. Perfect. You want to pause, you can pause. Should not be an issue. You apply break whenever you want to breathe and all. Speak naturally. Right now I'm talking to you, am I speaking something like this and I'm not even taking breath. No, whenever I want to breathe, I'm breathing. But it's not like intentional breathing, it's just happening. Let it just happen. Any words you speak wrong, it's totally fine. So let's say you spoke this word, Nordic as north. Denmark, a north country situated in. Continue, don't come back and correct it. Don't take a U-turn, never take a U-turn and read aloud. Maintain the rhythm. Rhythm is very important. Fluency wins the race. Fluency is like tortoise. Content and all is like rabbit. They never win the race, it's the fluency. Remember this. Magic trick number 4. Content. Don't focus on describe image. Don't have to focus really a lot of content in describe image. It's the fluency over the content. Don't get tempted by the keywords. Oh, this image, it has this keyword. I think I give this, I'll get more marks. You don't give this, you still get more marks. But you try to give it, you get less marks because you're focusing on the content. Where is the space in your Albert Einstein's brain to focus on the fluency? See, at a time, it's very difficult to focus on 2 things. What's the best thing you can do? Focus on 1 thing. That's the fluency. Content, it's our mind which is interpreting that we need to give this particular word so that we get more marks. No, no, no. It's the computer. It's a black box. It will not be able to read an image. It doesn't have this eyes, pupils, eyelashes, nothing, eyeballs, eyelids, nothing it has. It's just we are thinking that software is like a person sitting there and trying to understand. No, it's our Albert Einstein's brain, Stephen Hawking brain thinking. What gives you markers? The fluency. Any template. I've given many templates with very less keywords. Use them. 1 or 2 words, 3, 4 words you add if you wish. Otherwise also it's fine. Everything we will not be able to share in the YouTube. Remember this. But the point is, what gives you mark is that alone gives the mark. So ideally speaking, describe image. You should not even practice even for a second. You can practice just to memorize a template. Once you memorize a template, done and dusted. Describe image is a closed chapter. Remember this. Don't put a lot of time checking this particular template in that particular xyz.com. It's an absolute waste of time that people don't realize. If you're completely new, you will be blown away by this media. Nobody wants to share the real thing. Everyone wants to make. Correct? You get low score, so as a result, you ask questions, join the coaching, and lot many stuff. It's circulating all over the media. Correct? Well, there are good people who are teaching good stuff, and I believe I'm one of them. Don't check the scores in third-party applications. You can use them only for practicing. Alright, magic trick number 5. Don't worry about this S sound. Most of the people get low score because of these problems. And they think, oh, this has S sound. I think if I don't speak it correctly, if I don't pronounce it properly, I get reading low score. Don't use this too much, man. Use this too much in reading, listening module, not in speaking module. You use too much of your brain in the speaking module, you get what I got in my first attempt. 58, 57, 63, second attempt. Third attempt, again it fell back. I think first attempt 64, second attempt 53. So this is what happened. Use this too much, gone case. Don't use this. Just go with the flow with whatever I'm telling you. Put the trust, you'll get the scores. So don't worry at all about the content. Just speak how you speak naturally. Right now I'm talking to you. Am I stressing any of this ED sound? I developed this project. I developed this project. Am I speaking like that? No. Correct? So when you speak naturally, how you do it, you do it. You exaggerate some of the sounds with an intention that I need to get more marks. You get low scores, less marks, because fluency will be hampered. That's what I want. I developed this project. I developed this project. It's got a break there, isn't it? Beyond the capital. So now let's say it has S sound and heightened ED sound, enthusiasts S sound, paths S sound. EDS, beaches is fine, beaches, it will be very clear. So let's see how I speak. If I were to give exam, the read aloud, how I do it. Beyond the capital, Denmark offers diverse experiences from the sandy beaches of Skagen to the lush countryside of Zealand and the heightened cliffs. Don't do it. I have seen people do heightened, because they believe, they assume if they don't pronounce it correctly, oh, software will not get to know, as a result I get low scores. No, content is not even given priority. Remember this for all these facts. Heightened cliffs of Bonhomme. Outdoor enthusiasts, don't do it, man, please. I'm requesting. And don't try to test all these things in third-party applications. They don't have Pearson software. That's the magic trick number 5. Magic trick number 6. Avoid words in read aloud which cause you the trouble. That's what we just saw. And the maintain the rhythm magic trick number 3. But yes, this is what I'm talking about, a new thing. It's very simple to say, hey, avoid this word, done and dusted. But implementation, you got the knowledge, you got the theory, but practicality, how people avoid the words in the exam. Denmark, a country situated in Northern Europe, is for its rich cultural, stunning landscapes and progressive social policies. With a population of around 5.8 million people, Denmark, a high standard of living, ranking among the top countries in various qualities of life. Have seen people doing it. When you skip, you should skip in a way that software should not know that you have skipped a word. Denmark, a country situated in Northern Europe, is for its rich cultural, stunning landscapes and progressive social policies. With a population of around 5.8 million people, Denmark, a high standard of living, ranking among the top countries in various quality of life. Look at the way I'm talking. I'm not giving one single fumble, hesitation. All those are not there. It's very clean. Correct? This is what is required. And for some people, it's so difficult to get like this. Correct? Right? There are many who speak better than me, definitely yes. But there are people who are beneficial from this video because they are wondering how to speak like this. See, the barrier is just this. You have created that barrier, and trust me, you are gonna be the one who break that barrier. You have created the barrier. The barrier name is content is very, very important. As a result, you are not able to skip it wholeheartedly. Denmark, a country, you are not able to convince your mind. Sit in a dark room, no lights, nothing, and just convince your mind, I'm gonna skip the word and still I'm gonna get 90. This sort of thing, if you just talk to yourself, skipping a word and still maintaining the rhythm becomes very easy. Few things are not just about practicing. Few things, it's all about inculcating this very knowledge into your mind so that your mind gets convinced and give you what you want. Magic trick number 7. Some give that heavy accent, I don't know for what sake. Because they believe the software is used to, some of this Englishman's pronunciation or Australian pronunciation. All these are just rumors. You have got an heavy Indian thick accent, South Indian accent, and I've got 90. I'm the life proof, and so does so many of my students. Don't have to impress somebody there. No girl is sitting there, remember this. It's totally fine to have your accent. Beyond the capital, Denmark offers diverse experiences from the sandy beaches. I've seen people doing it, boss. Don't have to do, just try to speak naturally. With your own accent, you speak, you get the marks. You try to do all these nonsensical things, marks will go down. Beyond the capital, Denmark offers diverse experiences from the sandy beaches of Skagen to the lush countryside of Zealand, and get your scores. It may seem really simple, but these are all the real problems. I've witnessed these things over these years. Magic trick number 8, repeat sentence. Okay, let's talk about repeat sentence. We talked about describe, image, and read aloud for the 7 consecutive tips. 8th magic trick, let's talk about repeat sentence. Don't try to speak full. If you have problems. If you don't have problems, then just speak, no fumble, maintain the fluency. Fluency wins the race. Fluency is the tortoise here. Content is the rabbit. Fluency wins the race. But yes, I don't have any problem, no issue. Skip this magic trick number 8. I have problems in repeat sentence. Then listen. Don't even try to speak full. Meaning, don't even assume that if I speak full, I get more marks. If I speak less, I get low marks. Correct, right? Logical. What, Nakul? What are you talking about? No, it is not the way you think. It doesn't work the way you think. Here you speak less, you get more marks. What gives you marks? The fluency. If you try to speak full, more or less people mostly will fumble, hesitate. All these things will happen. For example, this is the audio. It is so vital to accomplish all these goals before you leave the place. And people try to speak full. It is so vital to accomplish all these goals before you leave the place. This is going to be 0. But Mr. Butterball thinks, I have spoken everything correct. Why I got low scores? Should I apply for rescoring? All these things would arise. What gives you mark is the way the speaker spoke. The same way you are supposed to speak. You do that, you get 90. Doesn't matter whether you're speaking full or half. 60%, 50-60% if you give, that should be more than enough. Well, if you can give 100%, please go on and do it. But if you fumble, if you give that extra pause, software will not be able to understand basically what you speak. When it doesn't understand, it gets angry. When it gets angry, you know what scores you get. So then how to tackle this? Very simple. Magic trick number 8 will help you with that. It is so vital to accomplish all these goals. Click next. It is so vital before you leave the place. Click next. So vital to accomplish before you leave the place. Click next. To accomplish all these goals before you leave the place. Click next. Before you leave the place, don't think too much and try to do something which is beyond the scope of the subject. Don't try to speak last half and all. Software may get crazy, may not able to understand or may not able to work the way it is developed. Start from left to right. In some cases, first word I couldn't get, it's okay, speak from second, third word, no problem. But fluency is the tortoise. Rabbit is the content. Rabbit will never win. We have seen the stories, isn't it? We have heard the stories. Magic trick number 9, Retell lecture, is a very simple thing. I've made many videos. People still struggle here. What gives you mark is some of the content that needs to match. You give only keyword. What if the keyword is not understood by the software? Because only one word. Comma, you speak in a flow, software understands. You speak word by word, it's very difficult for the software to predict what you speak. That's how AI works. So for the software to understand, you need to go with the flow. To give the flow, you need to make the flow. To make the flow, you need to create a phrase, a small sentence. To write a small sentence, you need some 5 seconds. Means 5 seconds you listen. After listening to 5 seconds, you decide, oh, this is what I'm going to write. Then stop listening. Just write. You may miss some content because you're not listening, you're writing, it's totally fine. You may miss some important content, it's totally fine. There is nothing like an important thing here. It's our Albert Einstein brain is, Thomas Alva Edison's brain is thinking, oh, this is an important thing. I give this, I get more marks. No, you don't give it, still you get same marks. Something has to match. It will not know, the software will not know what is so important here and all. It will just match. If some of the words match, you'll get the scores. 5 seconds you listen, and after that stop listening. 5 seconds you write. Don't listen and write at the same time. You do it, it's like eating and speaking. You're going to break your tongue. 4 phrases easily can be written. Use a template, a little lengthy template. The lecture gives the important key points and the relevant information about. Check my Retell lecture. Many videos, many template videos I've made. Use a lengthy template, so automatically you get the flow. The speaker says, I'm not saying don't use it. You use it, but you need to write a lot. Otherwise, you don't get the flow. The speaker says, doesn't have the that. The lecture gives the important key points and the relevant information that. It has that flow. Use little lengthy templates. Add these 4 phrases. While speaking, don't worry about the grammar. You may have written sentences in a jiffy. You would have written them in a hurry, so you may have made some grammatical errors. While speaking, you try to correct it, thinking, oh, if I speak wrong grammar, again marks will go down. Again, don't use this too much in speaking. Grammar, nothing matters. What gives you mark in speaking is the fluency. So don't worry about grammar. Just speak like read aloud. In the read aloud, whatever is there you speak, correct, yes or no? Do you correct it? Here also, whatever is there you speak. Don't worry at all about anything. Use template and speak without worrying if you're making sense or not. The template line and whatever you have written, this is template, this is your line, may not fit in. It doesn't matter. Just speak. Just speak fluently, flamboyantly the way you do the read aloud, the same way you speak here. That sums up the magic trick trick number 9. Magic trick number 10 of all the tricks. Trust me, this is my favorite trick. Making mistakes is absolutely fine. Wow, what a great trick, isn't it? I'll give you a small story behind it. In my 4th exam, I gave exam 3 times in the beginning. I lost all of them. I scored very badly. 4th attempt, I did some research, took official mock, learned the things. I was confident I gave the exam. While doing Retell lecture, my pen gave hand, meaning the pen stopped working. The audio was going on and I was not able to write. I raised my hand, the invigilator came probably after 10-15 seconds. I was not able to recapture a few of the sentences. As a result, I wrote some 2-3 words. What to do? I spoke. And in the beginning, I thought, oh, Retell lecture, probably 2-3 marks I would lose. Oh, meaning out of 90, I'll get 87 now if I do everything correct. That's the biggest mistake. I got 90 speaking, 90 listening, 90 writing. Reading, I got 86. That's different. So the point is, it's totally fine, man. Never think that you will lose 2 marks because you made 2 mistakes. No, it doesn't work that way. 100% doesn't work that way. Let's say you go to an interview. You have an interview. Some manager, big post guy will ask you questions. Very silly question. You made a mistake. Very tough questions you answered. How does it work now? You give it a thought. Or let's make it more simple. Let's say he asked one, like a moderate question you couldn't answer. And then you asked a very tough question and then you used your brain and told. Now how this guy thinks? You may have made mistakes, but still you're actually very good. Correct? That's how this works. It exactly works the way we think. So making 2 mistakes doesn't mean that you lose 2 marks. It's absolutely fine. Making 2 mistakes can still get you 90 if you're perfect in rest of the things. This particular thing, I made a mistake. Rest of the things you speak perfectly, man. Don't think, oh, one repeat sentence gone, I think it's waste. No, let me just give up and just finish this in a hurry and come back and give next time. Nope. 100% no. Things work differently in PTE. Only a person who has seen enough of it can only make out what it is. Otherwise, don't even think of predicting, oh, I think this is how it works. Oh, this is how. No, never do that. I've done all those mistakes. Now it's been close to 6 years. Now I probably feel I'm getting a little hang on how it works. Not completely still. Alright, I really hope these 10 magic tricks will help you build that confidence. If you're stuck with 62, 65, whatever the scores, 90 overall is definitely possible, I believe, at least after watching this video. Well, if you believe the same, then leave your valuable comments in the comment section. Like, share and subscribe. This is Nakul signing off. Nakul from SKILLS PTE Academic. Soon we'll be back. Till then, take care. Bye-bye. Thanks much for watching.